Cricket from the coat hangers, and you're listening to Drop the Mic.
What else do you do besides torture people? Seriously, what's your story?
I don't know. I kind of just quit my job. I want to start over. Maybe go to college.
So, are you here alone, or what? What?
Just ask.
Do you have a boyfriend?
No.
Or are you gonna ask me if I have a girlfriend?
No.
Okay.
So, you're about to graduate. You must be going nuts right now.
Yeah. I mean, it's just been off the hook, you know?
Really?
Yeah.
So what's the craziest thing you've done lately?
Oh, I mean, it's hard to tell, you know, because I've just done so much nuts stuff. I mean, it's just off the hook, off the walls. I mean,
You haven't done anything, have you?
no. It's kind of been my problem lately.
Come on, there's gotta be something. What about your girlfriend? Okay. We can figure this out. You need a girl. What kind of girl? Definitely someone cute.
Definitely.
Someone who can make him laugh. But he also needs someone who's gonna push him. Someone who's gonna make him do things he never thought he could do.
Like stripping in the middle of the street.
Welcome back to San Diego's own pop culture podcast. I'm your hostess Juan, and alongside me tonight we have Mr. Diego Luna.
What is up, sir?
So we're missing our very
James.
own James Warney this evening. He is out due to a very special birthday.
Shout out.
So happy birthday to Jordan James. What's up? So tonight, this is episode 125, and we're calling this one Teenage Wasteland. Oh yeah. Tonight we're gonna rewind time back to the year 2004 with the raunchy coming of age comedy The Girl Next Door. But before we jump back into the film, we've got some pop culture news for you.
And now for a special news report, brought to you by Drop the Mic.
So in honor of James, we are going to start with his news. Even though he is absent, he's with us in spirit. So
yes, sir.
Thank you, James, for sending over your notes. So opening up, Hobbs and Shaw opened last week. The numbers are in with 180 million domestic and overseas. But Hobbs debuted 8th best among the series. So there is some signs of franchise fatigue.
Yes.
I guess.
Yes, I think...
They didn't do what they wanted, right?
I think the budget was 200 million, I believe.
Okay.
That's what I read. So...
Well, I mean, it's only been a week, right?
Yeah, but... I mean, and this is the thing, it's a spin-off movie.
Yeah.
It's not really, I mean...
It's not the Fast and Furious, right?
Yeah. And,
because I know Tyrese and even Vin Diesel, they were mad that even happened, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, at this point, they have to do the spin-off to kind of rehash stuff, because I know Paul Walker, you know, his death kind of really put a dent in the series itself.
Their plan, yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, it's a good spin-off, man. I mean, I've heard good stuff about it, so. And I won't say there's a guy that makes his debut in Fast and Furious. Feels like WWE. It feels like a WWE movie.
All right.
Spoiler alert.
All right, so I actually have some WWE news in my news.
Nice.
So get ready for that.
Oh.
Kevin Conroy, the iconic voice of Batman from Batman the Animated Series, will be playing an elderly Bruce Wayne in Crisis on Infinite Earths crossover event on the CW. So look forward to that soon. Ava DuVernay has confirmed that Darkseid will make his cinematic debut in her live-action DC film New Gods. She is currently working on that production.
Ooh.
This was actually part of my news, but I'll give it to James because I love him. Andy Serkis has been officially named the director for Venom 2.
Nice.
Which is, I think that's very good, man. It's cool. He's very talented, and I'm excited to see what he does with it.
Hopefully, he takes the series like this franchise up a new level. You know, definitely we need a rated R rating for this. I know a lot of people have been skeptical about rated R movies, but comic book like Carnage and Venom. Like, these are rated R supervillains or Venom being an anti-hero.
Yeah, I think sometimes it's important just the way that they didn't go the PG-13 route with the original Deadpool because that's not the merc with the mouth.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I don't know. But speaking of Deadpool, that's his last bit of news. So in response to the rumors of Deadpool 3 possibly getting a PG-13 rating, director David Leitch has this to say. It's rated R, so that's not necessarily the MCU brand. But he doesn't necessarily need to be R, and Disney doesn't necessarily need to only make PG-13 movies. I think we'll find a happy ground.
Well, if he stays over on Fox, on the Fox side, feel 20th Century Fox, feel he still has a chance of being a rated R superhero.
Well, I know it was a while back, but Disney did say that all the rated R stuff that they had under the 20th Century banner is going to stay rated R. So I would hope that they're going to keep true to that. Deadpool can be his own thing, and keeping his own thing at least for a few more movies. I would hope, it's because it's not going to be the same. I don't think he really meshes well. If anything, I would like to see him do like a team up with Blade.
Yeah,
even though I don't know how that would work, but.
But he could. I mean, they could just bleep him out and make it be like, I'm in a PG-13 movie or something.
Well, last Christmas they re-released Deadpool 2 with they basically reshot a bunch of stuff to make it PG-13. So it's and people went to watch it. So it's obviously can be done. Yeah, but. Is it it a crime against the actual fans?
It is. I feel it is because it is a controversial character in the DC universe. Yeah. I mean DC Marvel, the MCU. It's one of the. There we go. I got one of them. At least I didn't get a kazoo this time. Shout out to Conan. But. Yeah, man. I mean, you can't really. That's one of the characters that breaks the fourth wall. You can't really discredit him like that with the PG-13 rating. Yeah. I'm sorry for all the fans out there who want to see him in the MCU, but I don't know, man. It could happen, but I feel it shouldn't happen.
Yeah, I don't think it needs to. I think he stands alone, and it's weird. It's like politics, you know. He's good on his own, and he's basically the last standing X-Men, really. Yeah, because he's part of the X-Men canon, which is pretty much buried now. Yeah, after Dark Phoenix, Dark Phoenix was the last one. So if they keep continuing with this Deadpool, I guess in canon, that's our the continuation of our X-Men in a way.
Yeah.
So
that's cool. So
that's the end of our dear friend James's news. and we'll hop into mine. You don't have any?
I don't know if you. I just wanted to mention. I don't know if you've been keeping up with Justice, Young Justice.
No, I do not have that streaming service yet.
So, so Aquaman made his LGBTQ plus crossover for the first time, where he kissed another male character in the cartoon, which a lot of people made a big deal about it. But if you look into the comics, Aqualad is kind of he is what would be the exact word? He would pansexual would be
because it's like you're attracted to someone regardless of their gender.
Yes,
that's pansexual, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So he made his day. So that was the first cartoon character besides Batwoman, who is an open lesbian on
the CW, right?
On the CW, yes.
Okay.
So I feel that was great. That was a great move on the whoever was telling the storylines and stuff like that.
Just trying to. I feel like they're trying to slowly be more progressive and inclusive of everyday things that are happening in our life. Because when you shut them out of reality, it's like on screen you're saying this isn't normal or this isn't part of everyday life. So it's important to keep up with the times and throw in those little details so that people at home that may be going through, maybe they're inside the closet or what have you, they can see this and know, hey, it's not that different. It's accepted and I'm not so scared to talk about it.
Yes.
So,
and season finale of Euphoria this weekend. Watch it. What did you think?
I have to say, I wasn't completely disappointed, but I was a little let down.
Yes.
Because I'll tell you this, it wasn't as effective as the very first episode, and I was hoping it was going to be the cherry on the top, because I feel like the season itself is better than the season finale, and they raised way more questions than they answered things. I know it's a season finale and they want to keep you hooked for the second season, which I totally am still invested, but I'm still a little upset with the way that things kind of panned out. They left things a little too open. I wasn't sure about Zendaya singing, and it got a little art house for me. Not that I had a real problem with it, but I was just like, this is not what I envisioned. And they kind of strung out things a little longer than they needed to, and I felt like they could have focused on other things. But that being said, I was entertained, and I loved the season as a whole, but it could have been better.
Yeah. I feel they did a detriment to themselves as far as like the story they were telling, and the main story and the understory, and the only positive thing I think was the mom saying her speech in the rehab center or the AA meetings. That was really incredible. I thought that would told a lot of great story. The other than that, I mean, really, like, it was just like, like all the episodes kind of made you be like, oh shit, like I'm waiting. But this kind of made me be like, oh man, like, is this the route they're going? They're going, like, can they not top themselves? I feel like that's what's happening with like Stranger Things, with a bunch of these shows where like they have an incredible first season, and then the second season is kind of
they don't know where to go.
Yeah, and I mean, it wasn't like a Game of Thrones where the first season like it was shit, but it progressed into like an actual story, told a really good story, and then towards the end it was not a really good season or series finale.
Okay.
But this is the things I see with shows nowadays, where they have an incredible first season, and then the second season just kind of like dies off. It's like dying the entrance off, Like Stranger Things with number 8, I think that's her name, or
11.
Yeah, the other one.
Oh, okay.
11, her sister.
Yeah.
where like we see this storyline and then we don't see her anymore, and then it's like in the third season, kind of like it's like a dying like thing, you know. So,
well, I think that's